No matter where you are, help and support is just a phone call away. Dial 1097 HIV/AIDS National Helpline toll-free number.
Menteri Bakmi Iktanat Pulih Putih Hapok ke jylla ubah la kemen Rymbui wilayah tu. Bagatanat kadang Bishar banyak nak Bynta Pynkiew ya ke Tulop Nonghikai school ad hoc hapok ke jylla. Haba jubab ya ke jingkeli balawan ra da MLA ke mau pelang ubah sentar kelas sun Bynta ke sngi hapok ke yang darbar tauan ubah Rymbui wilayah tu pak Sorkar kan seperkat Pynkiew ya ke Tulop Nonghikai ad hoc onda kelayo ya ke Pisa. Namar kumba kalong Bynta ke jylla ke dan pedeng ke jinghiran jong ke Pisa. Katkum ke jingatu Menteri ke school Sorkar baro hapok ke jylla kidon sihajar arspa arpsan teli tang kilawa primary praspa sau teli ki opa primary bat laispa prapunriu teli ki secondary kat bagi Nonghikai hakite ki school kidon arhajar sauspa san phongut nak Bynta kilawa primary lai hajar laispa nyu punriu ngut nak Bynta ki opa primary bat arhajar chispa lai khundai ngut ki bahikai haki secondary. Haba jubab syuk-syuk ubak Rymbui ula pentip baka jingsiu ya ketulop Nonghikai ad hoc kalong khat hajar shibanai nak Bynta Nonghikai hagi school lower primary nak Bynta ki bahikai hagi school upper primary pat ya ki head teacher la siu khat hajar shibanai ki assistant teacher khat riu hajar shibanai kat ba ya Nonghikai hagi school secondary arpo hajar shibanai shabaro Nonghikai bat kani kalong habaro ki district ke jylla. Wilayah tu baka jing Pynkiew Tulop khatdu ya Nonghikai ad hoc kadai nadu ubanai nailur jong usnem arhajar khat riu. Haba juba pat ya jing geli benrap jong MLA ka Kongres nama usenram ubak Himalaya Shangpliang nagaliang ubak Rymbui ula pentip bak Sorkar ka penlut sispa prapwei klur haka sisnem pansiu ya Tulop Nonghikai ad hoc haki lower primary bat upper primary ula pentip syuk-syuk bak Sorkar kadon kam Pisa sakumba arspa san huai klur nak Bynta Pynkiew ya Tulop Nonghikai school ad hoc ban maria ringkat bat Nonghikai school Sorkar katkum kajing ong ubak Rymbui ka Sorkar jylla kadon kam sapalat san spa klur ban Pynkiew ya Tulop Nonghikai ad hoc bat SSA hapok ka jylla.
So the number of ad hoc government aided ad hoc school in the state are district wise East Khasi Hills lower primary 214 upper primary 190 secondary 96 Rymbui district lower primary 98 upper primary 72 secondary 23 West Khasi Hills 243 102 38 Southwest Khasi Hills lower primary 113 upper primary 63 secondary 31 East Jaintia Hills lower primary 31 upper primary 26 secondary 11 West Jaintia Hills lower primary 53 UP 43 secondary 24 East Crow Hills LP 62 upper primary 34 secondary 10 North Crow Hills lower primary 80 upper primary 39 secondary 25 West Crow Hills LP 169 upper 175 secondary 77 Southwest Crow Hills LP 90 upper 51 secondary 29 South Crow Hills lower 72 upper 49 secondary 22 total is LP 1225 upper primary 844 secondary 386 B. So the total number of teachers in the government aided ad hoc schools in the state are East Khasi Hills LP 428 upper 760 secondary 516 Rymbui LP 196 upper 288 secondary 107 West Khasi Hills LP 486 upper 408 secondary 201 Southwest Khasi Hills LP 226 upper 252 secondary 168 East Jaintia Hills LP 62 upper 104 secondary 54 West Jaintia Hills LP 106 upper 172 secondary 112 East Crow Hills LP 128 UP 136, Secondary 148, North Karo Hills, LP 160, Upper 156, Secondary 128, West Karo Hills, LP 338, Upper 700, Secondary 484, Southwest Karo Hills, LP 180, Upper 204, Secondary 171, South Karo Hills, Lower 144, Upper 196, Secondary 150. Total Lower Primary School 2450, Upper Primary School 3376, Secondary 2139. C. Sir, ad hoc LP 12,000 per teacher, ad hoc UP head teacher 18 per teacher, assistant teacher 16,000 per teacher, ad hoc secondary school 20,000 per teacher for all. The amount is applicable for all the district. So the effective date of ad hoc is 1st September 2016, ad hoc LP. Ad hoc UP 1st September 2016, ad hoc secondary 1st September 2016. E, sir, ad hoc LP 6,000 per teacher, ad hoc UP head teacher 9,000 per teacher, assistant teacher 8,000 per month per teacher, and ad hoc secondary 10,000 per month per teacher, sir.
Yes, Mark Estesu.
Sir, the contention of the All Meghalaya Ad hoc Lower Primary School Association differ with the number given by the government that the total number of LP school is 1225. They say it is 558. So we may get the clarification from the Honorable Minister.
The total number of LP school, ad hoc LP school is 1225, sir.
Sir, it's 4 years since the salary of the LP school was raised from 6,000 in 2012 to 12,000 in 2016. Now it's already 4 years now, from 2016 to now 2021. Is there any contention on the part of the state government to revise the salary of these teachers since it's already 4 years now?
So the process for enhancement of the salary of the teachers, it is under examination, and the government is working on it, sir.
Sir, is there any proposal on the part of the government to bring the ad hoc school into a deficit system?
No, sir.
As it is now, I could see from the number in lower primary school, each school is about 2 teachers, and upper primary school is about each school about 4 teachers. So is there any consideration on the part of the state government to increase the number of teachers from 2 to 3 in the case of lower primary schools, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, my last question, sir.
Thank you.
How do you monitor the performance of these ad hoc LP schools, sir? And if there is a system, what is the status of performance?
The ad hoc LP school is monitored through the managing committee, sir. So the performance is after the report given by the managing committee to the government, sir.
Is it satisfactory?
I don't have the complete report with me, so I'll seek the report for that, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mark Emash.
So, may I know from the Honourable Minister whether it is a fact that the headmaster and the teachers of these schools draw the same salary, sir?
For LP school, yes, sir. But for upper primary, the head teacher is different, sir.
Sir, is there any proposal of raising the salary of the headmaster at least, sir, who takes care of all the administrative works also of the school?
So that's why I have already replied that the government is examining all the matter regarding this increase of salary of the teachers, sir.
So may I know from the Honourable Minister whether these teachers are entitled to Provident Fund, sir?
For that, I require notice.
Yes, President.
Mr. Speaker, sir. May I know from the Honourable Minister whether there are certain schools which have been given the opening permission and they're getting science grant, but they are yet to get ETO grants in certain schools?
Yes, sir, there are many schools which we have given the science grant, but we have not provided the other grant. In fact, 602 schools have been provided science grant. But I will like to inform the House that opening permission does not mean that the government will bear the expenditure for the establishing of the school. Anybody can establish a school, whether in private or anything, but it's not that mandatory for the government to give the assistance to this school, sir.
If there are so many schools which have been given the science grant, but the ETO grant is yet to be given, then in that case, whether the government will take any step to also give ETO grant to these schools?
Sir, now we are talking, there are two issues here. Number one is that how to increase the salary of the teachers, which we know that the teaching committee every now and then they are meeting us requesting for the enhancement of the salary. Another part, sir, is that giving ad hoc grant. So first of all, we have to see how we could fulfill at least what is in front of us. Then only it is all the endeavor of the government. As and when the financial portion of the state is little bit comfortable, then we will see to that, sir, because the expenditure is not that very easy for the government to fulfill, sir. Because as of now, I would like to inform the House that the salary which we paid for these ad hoc schools, LP, UP, the expenditure is about 181 crore. And if, as per the demand, as per the voice raised by the honourable member every now and then, that to bring them to the level of the government teachers, same work, same pay, additional expenditure will be 251 crore plus. So, sir, yesterday we talked about SSA 251 crore, and today we talk of this ad hoc 251 crore again, 500 crore, not to talk about other issue. We have, but it is a commitment that to fulfill our responsibility as and when the fund portion is comfortable, so that we could do so. Because it's not very easy for us to commit today. Okay, we'll provincialize the school. Okay, we will keep ad hoc grant, where to pay. So we have first to see what we are, how to fulfill all these issues which are in front of us, sir.
Sir, we can understand that financial problem being faced by the government. But then it is also important that, yes, certain category of teachers, they are demanding for increasing the salary. And again, on the other hand, these kind of teachers, they are also giving their service, but then they are not being paid. Similar kind of service they are also giving, they are also rendering, but then they are not being paid. So it is very important.
Please put a question.
So, and sir, in the private school, it is why the quality is more, because of the administration. Once it is provincialized, I don't know why, but the quality of the education goes down. That is why I think the government should take immediate measure to look into this matter to resolve this issue.
So, sir, quality education is very important for the future of our children. So we are always look into how to bring about the quality education in the school. So I'm very happy that the honourable has also in the same page. We will look into it how to move forward, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I've been asking about this education from before itself. Now, education is not only important for our own personal development, but also for the growth of national and economic of the state. Investment in education is considered to be the most vital modernization. No doubt, education, it's a toxicity of the education department, which is already apparently inherited from the previous predecessors, you can say. Therefore, I would like to ask from the Honourable Minister whether there is any necessary study for the effectiveness of education intervention for the future plan of action as to diagnose, to understand the strength and weaknesses of the department. Why I'm asking this question is that it's the poorest of the poor people who goes to the ad hoc school, not the rich people. They go to the private school. That's why the toxicity always lies there. It's the poor people who always get discriminated. Even nowadays also we can see ad hoc teachers are, agitating, whereas the school in those
Please put a question on
yes, because therefore
you may bring in the form of motion or whatever.
Okay, sir. Yeah. That's why I would like to ask whichever they have inherited, whether they are going to change in the future, any plan of action. Mr. Speaker, sir.
Sir, the plan of action is always there, sir, but we did a major investment, and we will do, sir. And sometimes we just complain that the quality of education in the government school is not good. We are a responsible citizen. So if 60 of us adopt 2-3 schools to oversee its development, whether the teachers there go or not, whether the attendance is there or not, let us start from us. Then I think it will become a mass movement so that we could monitor those government schools.
Yes, Barakam.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I want to know from the Honourable Minister for ad hoc LFI and the ad hoc UP, who is the appointing authority? Teachers?
Sir, the managing committee have recommended to the DSEO or SDSO concerned as the case may be, sir.
Sir, in that case, but if the new appointment is made, whether MTET is mandatory or not?
Sir, MTET is a qualification whether to teach in ad hoc school, government school, SSA, all new appointment, they have to have MTET. Even in the private institution also, who want to the recognition of the government, they have to have the qualified teachers, whether B.Ed, whether MTET, whatever may be, sir.
Sir, I want to know from the Honourable Minister, there are more than 18 number of schools without teachers in the primary school. So when MTET is going to be conducted again, and what step is going to address this issue, sir?
MTET notification for the conduct of MTET will be coming in the coming weeks. It will be out, and the date I have not, the calendar is not there with me. So, but I assured the House that in the coming weeks, the notification for the conduction of MTET will be done.
One more, sir. Sir, the process of this conduct of MTET exam may take time, sir. So in that case, what will be the fate of this 18 numbers of school without teachers? Sir, will be having a temporary appointment again, sir?
No more temporary, sir. In fact, the process of appointment is already done, and also rationalization of the teachers as per the student people teachers ratio is going on, sir. So we are doing it, and we will complete as soon as possible, sir.
But by the way, I just want to inform the Honourable Minister also there are a few schools which doesn't have a single teacher. Because MTET also teachers are not available. So what do you do in those such situations?
Because of that, sir, we have seen...
It's for the entrance of the house. And
yes, that's why, sir, I've already replied that the process of appointing of the teachers and also rationalization, whether it is a single teacher, how to keep 2 teachers, and whether it's no teacher, we post teachers. So this process is, as I speak now also, it is going on, sir, and I hope that we will complete in a few weeks, sir.
Okay.
So I have an issue, sir. Sir, may I, sir?
Yeah.
So while discussing this matter relating to the MTET, I would like to just bring it to the notice of this August House and also to the Minister in particular. So there is an instance, what has happened is in these border villages of the Mausanram constituency, border village of Ranikor, Langrin, and border village of Rambrai Jirngam. So there are Garo schools that are in existence, sir. And in these previous situations, there were those teachers who were teaching in the local dialect, sir. So now what has happened, sir, most of these teachers could not qualify in the MTET, exam. Now these teachers, those vacancies, those schools are remaining vacant, sir, because there is no teachers to teach in the local language, sir. So in Mausanram constituency, we have 10 schools. In Ranikor, there are about 80 schools. And in Rambrai Jirngam, I think there are about more than 20 to 30 schools, sir, who used to impart the education in the local Garo language, sir. So that's why, sir, now I brought this notice to the of the Minister. If some arrangement could be made immediately so that these schools do not have to close down because there's no more teachers there. So that's my issue, sir.
Sir, I have not seen the list. The result is out. I have not seen the list. Maybe there are some people of that committee who passed, then we'll surely post them there. So as of now, since the list is not there with me, I cannot reply. We'll look into it, sir.
No, sir, this matter cannot be taken it so lightly as the Honourable Minister is mentioning it, sir. So he said, I will see the list, I will check the list. Sir, this is not the way. Sir, matter is serious. Schools have opened after this whole year of corona pandemic that the schools have closed. Now teachers could not qualify in MTET. Now you can't teach Khasi now in the Garo school, sir. Definitely a Garo teacher has to go. So if not an MTET, there's no MTET qualified teachers to go there. So therefore, those teachers who have not qualified, let them continue, sir, who are already there, and some kind of temporary arrangement could be made immediately, sir. We cannot wait to say we will examine and we shall see and all that, the way the Minister is replying, sir.
Sir, we are very serious. Sir, it is easier said than done, sir, because what the Honourable said that we are not serious, I feel that there are multiple issues which we have to address, sir. What we didn't want the one problem will come after another. What we have to do, it may take some time, but I have assured the House that the MTET will be conducted again within a very short span of time. We try to expedite so that this issue could be solved once and for all, sir.
Sir, these schools cannot wait till the MTET results is over again for the fresh recruitment. Why can't the Honourable Minister understand my situation? I'm not talking only about for Mausanram, I'm talking for Ranikor, I'm talking for Rambrai Jirngam. There's so many Garo schools, they have to close down then, sir. Some immediate arrangement has to be done, sir. That's what I'm asking from the Honourable Minister, not that to wait till the MTET recruitment is completed, sir. Then that will take a whole year again. Then what will we do with the schools? Close down?
Sir, I have replied in length that rationalization of the teachers, whether free from one school to another, this process is on, sir. So to streamline the education system because of this ad hoc thing, with so many ad hoc, then we learn in this type of problem. Let us have a patience. Let us do that. Whatever we do, it is in consonance with the law of the land, and we could do. And moreover, the student community also will be benefits, sir.